Welcome to this special edition podcast, Forward Focus, the Future of SES. Today we're going to be diving into people, innovation and partnerships, driving one of the most transformational periods in SES's history.
We've had the opportunity to sit down with the exceptional people who are shaping SES's future, from those reimagining satellite technology and multi-orbit constellations to those championing an inclusive and ambitious company culture. This isn't business as usual. It's the story of a company redefining what's possible in space, connectivity and beyond.
Across this series, we're going to be talking to the most amazing SES leaders and partners, including Carmel, Alberto, Laura, Mikkel, Clara and Neil, co-founder of K2 Space. Together, they're going to share how SES is combining world-class innovation with a people-first mindset to shape the next generation of satellite communications as we know it, including how they're going to evolve their supply chain to meet agility and flexibility demand by the new space and the scale for their future of the MEO networks.
So wherever you're tuning in from, settle in and join us as we look forward to the future of SES.
So today we're joined by Laura and Clara, who together are shaping the people and the talent experience at SES. Between them, they're building an exclusive growth division culture, one that empowers people to experiment, connect and be bold. In this segment, we're going to explore how SES is fostering belongings, supporting leadership and creating space for innovation for its people. Thank you guys for coming today. Really excited about this one. So Laura, first question. The space to be bold is such a powerful statement. What does it mean to you in practice?
Well, I think the exciting thing is that the merger has given us the space not only to rethink how we should work, but actually what we should be working on as well. So we've removed a lot of the layers of complexity. If we take product, for example, historically, we've always had adverse layers where, we have to get those validated before we can progress. And what we've done, we've taken that away. We're empowering people now to move away from waterfall, to embrace agile, to embrace those innovative sprints where we can really get people moving to action. We can ideate, we can iterate, and we can apply that learning and do that at pace. And that's really empowering our people to move and think differently. We're also bringing together cross-functional collaborations and teams. We're proactively seeking different profiles to join us from SES to embolden our thinking, to help us really be more innovative. There's a real DNA that we're looking for, and it's that move to action. It's being able to take accountability and apply the learning when something doesn't go as planned. And it's really to have people that are taking smart risks. So folks that are coming into SES now, they all share that commonality in DNA and they are here to make bold steps. They want to do something that makes an impact and they want the space to feel safe doing so.
Fantastic. And what are some of the new values guiding SES as it evolves?
So our values matters just as much inside SES as they do in our relationship with our customers. They shape how we work, we lead, we also grow together as a team. So let's take also a closer look to the four core values that guides us. So first of all, we've got your back. This is about trust and support. At SES, people know they can rely on their colleagues and their leaders. It means creating a safe environment where ideas can be shared, help can be asked for, and also we can take risk without having this fear of failure. On the second part, we also have We Are Better Every Day. Basically, it talks about continuous improvement, and that is really a big part of our DNA. We encourage learning, feedbacks, and also growth through professional development programs, mobility, opportunities, and a culture overall that celebrates curiosity and innovation. Third, we bring big ideas. That's also one of this core value we want nowadays in SES. It's basically about thriving in creativity and bold thinking. So our employees are empowered to challenge the status quo, propose new solutions, and shape the future of connectivity. It's about thinking beyond limits, making a global impact, and including through patents recognition or intellectual property. Last but not least, we thrive as one. This is our last value. It's about collaboration. It's really a key point. We value diversity of thoughts and teamwork across departments and geographies. We are breaking silos, sharing knowledge, and working towards common goals because success is collective.
Yeah, fantastic. And sort of to continue with that, Laura, in terms of building that sense of collaboration and sense of belonging, I mean, it's across many sort of regions and also disciplines. How are you doing that at SES?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It's one that so many of us are asking in the tech industry right now, because we do have, teams distributed across the globe. And something that I would say is that it's not about geography. It's more about connection, and it's about psychological safety. It's being able to express who we are at work and be able to have those open conversations, and 360 feedback is something that we find really powerful here at SES, and to give that in the moment and to take those teachings. So we're working as well towards building a skills-based organisation. What that's going to ascertain is the ability for us to share skills with people, share passions, to come together, to find people within the business, maybe in a different function, that you can go to, who can mentor you, who can help you understand or learn a new technology or a new skill. And then if I take it to a leadership level, all of the leaders that we've selected have been through a really rigorous process. We have spent so much time pre-merger considering the culture within the new SES. What does that look like? And what are the competencies? What are the values? What behaviours are we looking for from bottom up, top down? And we came up with some things that are really, really poignant for us. And now as we hire, it's really important to us that people live and breathe and, our values that Clara just spoke to. We're investing really heavily in wellness. So everybody within the company has got access to Headspace, which is a wellness app. We also have a lot of things like external providers coming in, doing the culture workshops with us to help us blend together. And then just more recently, it was menopause month. So we had some training across the whole company around what does that mean for you, for your colleagues, folks that might be going through that? How can you support them? And how can we come together as one and just create that safety for everybody at SES?
And you spoke about psychological safety. How do you ensure the freedom to fail fast and learn faster becomes a daily habit?
I think what I really see with the leadership team and what I really appreciate is the accountability. We are going to get things wrong. We are going to make mistakes. And Adele is always saying that. And it's okay as long as we learn quickly and we are there to apply that learning. And that 360-degree feedback that I spoke about is really helpful there, as are the innovation sprints that we have every 2 weeks. It helps us to make bold moves, but then to iterate. If we've got something wrong, to understand what the learning is, where we can apply it, and then how we can also apply that perhaps in another function or another business area. So we've created many ways to reward people as well for being bold and for creating psychological safety, and that's through things like achievement awards. We've had a lot of people with their ideas create patents, and that's something that's really taken off, and it's empowering as well. You see your colleague who's had this incredible idea get it patented, and it enables you to do the same and follow suit. So there's a lot of activities, networks and opportunities. We're really encouraging connection, and the cross-functional collaboration really contributes to that as well, and creating a lot of safe spaces, working groups internally and externally as well that folks can reach out to and always find someone that's like them within the company. We really prioritise that for our employees. And I think just finally on the hiring side, it is about making sure that the folks that we bring in encapsulate everything that we want in terms of those behaviours, competencies and values.
So following on from that, I mean, where do you see diversity of thought leading to innovation?
So I think we're in such an exciting new phase, building our Meosphere network and delivering space solutions. And it's that, if we always do what we've done, we're going to stand still. And I think that's why it's so important for us to lean on other industries, to look at people, take product per se. Is there somebody out there that's created a product that's disrupted the market. How did they do it? What would their vision be if we brought them into SES and they looked at our ecosystem and they pulled our ecosystem apart? Where are the gaps? And how would they optimize that? And where do they see, we put customer centricity at the heart of everything we do, but that has to be underpinned by operational excellence. Like, where can we automate? Where can we digitize? How can people help us broaden our thinking? And I think that's what I mean by sort of, the diversity of thought is so important to us. We're looking at our facilities, our infrastructure and our assets, and we've got loads of people here that have degrees in space, in satellite communications and all things around that. So we've got that in here. We need difference. We need to bring difference in to innovate faster at the pace that we want. And mindset is a huge key in that. I've spoken a little bit to the DNA, and again, we're looking for people that will move to action. We want them to take those smart risks and help us blaze new trails.
I suppose following on from that, what does great leadership look like in this new SES era?
I think that's a good one. Maybe if I answer at the sort of L1 level, and then it'd be really great to hear from Clara as well, I think, on that one. But our leaders, they are a true team. They share qualities and values, and they're really competent in several areas, but they share that kind of commonly. And I would say the first is thought leadership. So this is where we've got really clear, transparent strategy, and they really lead innovation. Like, it's such a change now to be in a space where we can take risk is really different. The other piece that they share is business leadership. Every leader at SES is results driven. They are all about building value for our customers, and that is at the heart of everything they do. And the final piece of the puzzle from a leadership side that they share is obviously, and the most important for us, is people leadership. So they're building, leading and developing these incredible teams. And I would say that's what we really see at the L1 level. And then it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, I guess, on L2 and L3 as well.
So as Laura was saying, in practice, we see great leadership in our L2s and L3s. They create a safe environment where their team members can be vulnerable and also share the growth they want to bring in their careers. And also in our weekly meetings, what I found really important is that we can share our struggles, but also the challenges, the wins, the learnings we had along the road. And what also I love during those meetings is that we can invite people from cross-function, other departments, and they can share their story, their career journey. And that's what really can bring us this sense of belonging also inside SES as employees. I observe also our leaders prioritizing internal mobility and encouraging those cross-functional mobilities. For example, I had one of my colleagues that moved from HR to sales and distribution team. And I think that is demonstrating how SES is committed to career development and internal opportunities.
Brilliant. And Clara, somebody that's been here, 9 months, and you very kindly showed us around the facilities, incredible. I mean, the stories and the passion that you talk about. For someone that's joining or looking to join SES, from your sort of opinion, what can new people expect to learn in terms of the SES experience, professionally and sort of personally?
So professionally, I would say that new joiners can expect to be part of a dynamic global company that values innovation and entrepreneurship overall. We are not just here to do a job, a specific role, but we are also coming inside SES to grow, to explore and connect and contribute meaningfully. In SES, our ideas matter, our growth is prioritized, and our well-being is also very valued by our leadership team. We create space to really have this open dialogue and activist support, also internal mobility overall. I would say for me personally, SES is a place where I've been seen and supported, thanks to, for example, Laura here. And a great part of what we can bring, for example, to our intern community is speaker series.
Well, I think that's an interesting point on the speaker series, in terms of that was something that you ideated. You thought about that and thought there could be an opportunity for the interns. You understand that community better than anybody, and you spoke with them and understood what they needed from the business, and then you turned that into something and you created the speaker series, and Adele came and spoke to everybody, and it enables people to understand what their career trajectory could look like. And I think it's really powerful, and that's an example of what we can do to empower, to be bold, that's made a really positive impact on the business.
Yeah. And this moment really sparks ambition in our early joiners, in those interns that come here for 4 to 6 months, 9 months sometime, and they can really have a good glimpse of what we can do inside SES and overall this telecommunication satellite company.
Yeah, it does sound like a brilliant environment, and you guys are offering an awful lot. For people who are listening and who might be thinking of joining, what type of mindset or energy are you hoping that they bring?
At SES, we're looking for people that are naturally curious and eager to learn. We enjoy to work just together also as a team, and we're not afraid to share those bold ideas. We would love to see people coming with this entrepreneurial spirit, with passion for growth, with just feeling at home, that you can grow with your team and just implement and input what you have in your mind, basically. So teamwork is also at heart about what we do. We thrive as one, so being open to feedback and ready to support each other is really essential. We also value forward-thinking mindset, and technology is transforming our industry at the moment. So we look for people who are comfortable with digitalization, automation, and even exploring tools like generative AI to drive this transformation. And overall, operational excellency matters, but creativity and adaptability are just as important. If you're someone who values connection and innovation and continuous growth and improvement, SES would be a perfect place to come and do some work here.
Brilliant. Fantastic. You can feel that. Okay, so now this is the fun part. So this is nothing to do with SES. It's all fun. But no, this is more around quick fire round. Quick, honest. There's no wrong or right answer. So, Will, over to you.
Okay, maybe this is one for Laura. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I probably should say something really cool and edgy, like Roots Maneuver or something like this, but no, I'm actually going to get the goth girl inside of me and say, Evanescence, wake me up inside.
Great, I can't wait to hear it.
Clara, question for you. Where is your happy place?
I think just to go hiking in the forest on the weekend, on Sunday with some sun. It would be great. I think it's really resourcing. So yes.
Perfect.
Brilliant. And maybe then back to Laura. Tell us something about yourself that not many people might know.
So, in the 80s, I am still very young, everybody. In the 80s, I used to record the charts, the radio charts, and the way you did that was to press and record, play and record at the same time, and it was very tricky to get it all down. I mastered this, and then I decided to do voiceovers as well, and I gave myself a DJ name, which was DJ Wizard, which seems to have followed me throughout my life. But yes, DJ Wizard. Nobody knows
Wizard
that about
is
me.
the one. Love that. Excellent. Final one for you, Clara. What's the biggest lesson that you would say that you've learned in your career so far?
Well, as you can see, I'm pretty young still, and I started my career not so long ago. But what I can say is really important is actually to connect with people, to really try to meet passionate people. Could be from different level. Could be just your colleague next to you. It could be a leader, someone from another department, someone in the same industry. I always encourage people to do some afterworks and just gather with just people who has different knowledge. Can be very technical, but can be also just experience that you gathered throughout the years. And I think today one topic that is coming more and more on the table is especially about well-being, and sometimes just asking some tips to other colleagues about, okay, what did you do to feel better when you were really challenged in on a project, for example?
Yeah.
And I think those special resources or key you can take out from people are really precious. So yeah, connection overall.
Love it. Brilliant. Well, Laura, Clara, thank you so much for your input today. I mean, it just shows with the SES sort of transformation, it's not just technology that we're talking about. It's probably the most important. It's about the deeper human experience, drive for purpose, collaboration, and a strong sense of belonging, which not everybody gets when they come into an organisation. That wraps it up, and thank you so much for today.